The Sun Devils will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Hoffman. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will start this game off. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And he was looking for the pick six. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
This is a team that believes they're way better than what their record indicates. I know they've got a losing record coming into this one, but they felt like they could make some plays early in this one and show the rest of the country just how good they are. Phenomenal job on defense. On the opening drive, getting the pick, and now setting the offense up here early with great field position.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're trying to get to him. He's got his man. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is hungry.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got to...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Still running at the 40. Giving him his pads. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Dances away to buy time. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. The run to the left. And he'll pick up one. It brings up second and 9.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He makes the connection. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And the Sun Devils want to move quickly. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line needs to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Grab near the sticks. It's Robertson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after that completion. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Reads it, fires complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let the...
He's going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
They'll throw it on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40, the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Quick completion on the out. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to...
Oh, it's out! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
And he'll be brought down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on, so they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, that middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Quick handoff. Just buried it. He now has 74 yards rushing, and it is well within his grasp to have a 2,000 yards. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hurtado. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The option look. Now the toss. And he'll step it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. A strike downfield. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
One of the reasons this offense... Watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And
now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
On the run, it's Robertson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Moving away from pressure. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put him.
Snags it on the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout. So you...
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pressure coming. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 20, he's got space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Trying play action. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And the Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for 6. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Grabbed behind the line, it's Vasquez. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front 7. They're able to fight off the blocks on that 3rd down screen play, make the tackle. Now it's setting up 4th down.
No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Doyle. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide out in motion. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for a man. It's Doyle. Getting some heat. Slips. He might have gotten way too greedy there. Held it too long and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss.
This D coordinator, man, he will take sacks any way he can get them. They weren't able to get it right off the bat, but tremendous job pursuing. Nice speed. Everybody keeping their eye on the QB. They're able to force him out of bounds to create that negative play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback...
He's going for a big play downfield. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got four receivers out there, two on either side on 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking for a man, it's Doyle. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Handoff from the gun. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Quickly out to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Wolf. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Coming after him. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. On the move and looking deep. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll go to the ground. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. To the air, it's Doyle. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team's doing a little running. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And tackled there by the defense.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down and shoot. And I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Still on his feet at the 45. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on it. Bring your feet. Get them to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see them getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona State! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
52, Arizona State, 38.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cummings. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Doyle. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play. They're knocking away.
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets their big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw it again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Cummings. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ohio State, 59. Arizona State, 30.
Coming out with it, it's Wolf. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Get it out on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but, oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. He's right on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Vasquez. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Arizona State, 45.
Fielded in the end zone, it's coming. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And there's a couple parts to the lateral, right? It's when the guy's pitching it and you're hitting him and causing a bad pitch, or it's just a pitch. But either way, trying to get hands on the football, trying to disrupt the timing of the pitch, disrupt the timing of the catch. Not just
throws toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. So now on comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social... his future. Not one, not two, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. And he's running in the open. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They build their attack around those big plays, and they've got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Going up top on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. He finds his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage.
Touchdown, Arizona State! A great catch and run for 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. On the option, the pitch. At the 35, he's got room. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. A tremendous run. He was full 4 after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
They're going to run it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. They're trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's going for it all. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He'll try to take it back. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Wide out in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes his connection. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown! Once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late.
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the route is on. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And he's thrown another interception. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion.
That's a first down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Slips a tackle. Dumps it to the back. Got his man in stride. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give to the tailback. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense?
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. At the 45 on his way. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover in the backfield.
Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. A 1st down for the offense. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. He's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the point after is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
He's got it. And they don't drop. So he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still... The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Vasquez. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses will just boom in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.